Mike, I mean, there's a lot of guys out here, but has anybody stood out to you even after just 2 days?
I think what's stood out is the effort, the intention on having good communication. I think they're taking good instruction and trying to bring it out in the field. So as a whole, I think it's very pleasing on what everybody's doing. But everybody's got a play here or play there that they make. But I think what I really like is sort of as an entire group, they seem to be um, not only into it. I mean, they need to be, but seem to be taking the instruction and bringing it out in the field and communicating and trying to figure out how to become a team, even though it's only 2 days. Yeah.
How much leeway do you give the new guys for the adaptation to Canadian rules, like the yard off the ball and no yards and all that thing? They have to have a little bit of a learning period, but they have to pick it up pretty quick, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah, they do, and you want to see how quickly guys can bring the meeting onto the field. But the good thing about our coaches is we know that they don't know, right? And you have to tell them that in the meeting. Hey, listen, it's okay to ask questions because we already know that you really don't know, right? So let's just start there and keep learning, right? Keep asking the questions, keep learning, study, all those things. I think that's one of the most important things they can do here is just keep learning so that when the 11th comes around, they step in the field and they're able to play faster because it's going to get faster.
I noticed yesterday you were trying to teach the halo, and you brought out the Pythagorean theory.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
You see, we both can't say it.
I can't say it, but you were teaching it. I've never
Yeah.
heard that before.
It's just my little time-filling exercise. It's a joke I play on myself, really.
Okay.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You got to be able to figure that out.
Okay.
Now, if you're running 40 miles an hour down the field covering a punt, it's pretty hard to figure that out. But
Tay Gowan is a guy that came into camp with a lot of NFL credentials as a big corner. What have you? I mean, again, 2 days in,
Yeah.
but what have you seen? Anything?
2 days, it's really not fair. I mean, the field size difference, the type of defense we play compared to the type of defense he's probably used to playing, the route combinations, the motion, it's all new, right? So I think it's unfair to, especially with the DBs. It's pretty hard to comment in 2 days of practice. I think the receivers have a little easier time in terms of the waggle. Hey, stand here, sprint as hard as you can. Try to be on time. The DBs, it's how do they get their eyes right? How do they get their feet right? How do they understand how quickly to move? And the field size is so different.
I ask you this almost every rookie camp, but what do those guys have to do, or what can they do to stand out before the vets show up?
Yeah, I've already said it probably 3 times already. And they got to keep learning, right? They got to show that they're working hard to not make the same mistake twice, right?
Guys who are in their second camp with you, how big an advantage is that over guys in their first camp?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy if you just talk to those guys, the comfort level they have, and with that comfort, it's not complacency. With that comfort comes confidence. I think every single year, the second year guys, at some point the conversation comes up on how they're just so relaxed in the meeting room. They're not so stressed because they've already heard it. They know what the expectation is on the field. They know where to go. I mean, something as simple as not getting lost in the building every day when you go to eat. You have more time. You have less stress. So anybody in their second year, even the guys that played last year in their rookie year, they come back in their second year and they just, it just takes off for them.
Yeah. Are there then different expectations for guys like that, expecting them to lead during practice or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, anything that's going to help our practice go smoothly would be expected, and I think it's pretty obvious out there. Guys are, all right, here's what we do, here's when we do it, let's go, right?
Yeah.
Which is, you appreciate that as a coach.
Forgive me, I don't know how it works, but there are some second-year guys here and there are some second-year guys not here. How does the Vanderpools, the Mitchells...
7 games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Veteran
status, yeah.
So if they've played more than 7 games...
7, I think if they get 7.
Okay.
I think if they get 7.
Okay. All right. So,
I don't really pay attention to that. These are the guys that are here, and away we go.
Dalton Schoen and Cam Lawson go to the injured veteran list. What does that mean for them?
Continue to work with Al and Braden and Olivia and Taylor. You know, continue to work with the staff, and when we feel that they're feeling really good, and when they feel that they're feeling really good, we'll decide where to put them. But with those guys, it's, you know, I think it's pretty important that we give them the time that they need, and I'm sure they're ready. I'm sure Dalton will come back, and it'll appear that he's really ready. Now, there's such a size difference between the two guys. You know, it's going to take a little longer, probably.
Do they have to be out? I don't know the answer. For a defined period of time, are they out all the way through camp, or when they're ready, they'll be back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that answer. I think they're out for. No, I don't know if there's a minimum time.